It's Friday. Today we explain why China, even as it drives an electric vehicle revolution at home, is stimulating flooding global markets with gasoline cars. The result? A reshaped auto industry and fresh pressure on rivals worldwide. Beijing aggressive support for EV makers, subsidize local government financing, and new EV factories smashed the domestic market for gasoline cars and created a huge idle capacity in older assembly lines. Automakers built EV plants instead of converting all existing gasoline lines, leaving factories able to produce far more petrol cars than China needs. The mismatch pushed many legal Chinese producers to redirect unsold gasoline models overseas. China gasoline vehicles have accounted for 76% of Chinese auto exports since 2020, and total annual shipments of Chinese-built cars rose from about 1 million to likely more than 6.5 million in 2025. Top exporters like Chery grew exports from 730,000 to 2.6 million between 2020 and 2024. Other legacy state-owned firms, including SAIC, BAIC, Dongfeng, and Shangan, are also major exporters. SAIC GM's China sales, for example, fell from 1.4 million to 435,000 from between 2020 and 2024, pushing those firms to seek foreign markets. Chinese makers are winning in the second tier and emerging markets because gasoline cars there still dominate and demand. Charging infrastructure is scarce and buyers prioritize the price and proven service. Chinese brands undercut rivals on price while offering familiar, easily served and gasoline models, often tailored to local taste. That makes them strong competitors in places from Poland to Uruguay to South Africa. Three big consequences. 1. Competition squeeze. Western and Japanese automakers lose volume in the markets they are once dominated, forcing strategic shift and Chinese built export from foreign OEMs too. 2. Global market disruptions. Cheap mass production gasoline cars slow the transition in countries without EV infrastructure, complicating global decarbonization efforts. 3. Industrial policy spillover. Beijing's domestic EV push has unintended export dimensions. State-backed or state-linked firms can ride out domestic losses by winning overseas shares. This is not a simple permanent takeover. China also aimed to dominate EVs globally, and companies like BYD and Tesla lead plug-in exports. But for near term, a big wave of gasoline exports by breeding room for legacy makers and reshape competitive dynamics while accelerating vehicle availability worldwide that still runs on fossil fuel. Analysts warn export growth could add several million cars to the global market by 2030, further pressuring rivals' margins and marketing strategy. The bottom line: China's EV success at home created an export problem for gasoline cars, and Beijing's industrial policy turns that problem into a global market opportunity. Expect cheaper petrol cars in many emerging markets, and expect foreign automakers to respond with the pricing local models on their own Chinese-based exports. Follow Paperboy for your more explainers.